What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Asus Ally gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're gonna try out this NieR Replicant game. Now, the Steam Deck couldn't quite get 60, so that kind of worries me 1080p on here, but I'll probably try to run it at the same settings I did at the Steam Deck, but try it at 1080p and see what happens. See if it does the same, refuse to use the 100% of the GPU and just give us like 55 to 59 FPS the whole time. That's kind of what it did. I think we had like one drop to 47 during a cutscene on the Steam Deck, but it never dropped quite that low while we were fighting or in the actual game. So I personally don't care too much about what the cutscene is. As long as it stays over 24 FPS, which is what a movie runs at, I'm a happy guy, because I'm not controlling the movie, so. But in any case, let's go ahead and go hop ourselves into the game.
Well, alright, here's the settings we're going to try for 1080p, and I'm basically just going to leave these settings the same for all the different resolutions, because, surprise, surprise, it does not hit 60 at 1080p. It's more of a high 30s to mid 40s experience at 1080p. But that's still more than enough for a game like this, but I figured might as well go through all of the different resolutions, you know? So, let's get into the game. Here we are in the beginning of the game. I figured we'd get like 2 minutes and some change on each of the different resolutions, and then I'd pick one of the 3 resolutions to do camera recorded gameplay too.
Hey, you okay?
I think so. I'm sorry. It'll stop in a second.
But,
I
yeah,
promise.
not quite 60. More like I said, 30 to 40.
But what about those monsters? Are they gonna come back for me?
So I imagine at these battery settings and whatnot, or power settings, we would probably only get like 45 minutes to 50 minutes of battery for this game. Which is not a lot.
I'm gonna go see if I can find something to eat.
I really wish they would add that in an update. Give us a, battery remaining. I mean, for all I know, maybe I can add that to that and control that thing and add more stuff to it and make it even more complex. I don't know. I'll have to go look more into the armory crate settings and see.
Got it.
Alright. Now we battle again.
How many of these things are there? They just keep coming. I won't let you lay a finger on Yona.
Oh, no, they already got me. Sometimes I can dance around them for a while. But not this time. Anyway, though, let's go move on. Alright, now here's 900p. Now, unfortunately, I had to keep going completely out of the game, changing the resolution on the desktop to 900p. Otherwise, it would go, like, not full screen, even though I had it in full screen mode. So we have to, unfortunately, keep going to the same exact thing over and over again. But I guess that works in our favor. We can compare it to each and every resolution fairly. So, anyway, to the game. So now, here we are at 900p. So this is more like a high 40s to low 50s experience, it seems. Got through that part pretty damn quick this time, but we'll go over here, have our little chat with his coughing sister, whoever this person is to him.
Are they gone?
Hey, you okay?
She looks just dandy.
I'm sorry.
Generally, people cough lots when they feel good.
I promise.
Nah, I'm just being a bit of an ass. He's just trying to be concerned.
But what
And I'm just gonna try and take this hit instead.
Are
Oh,
they gonna
get this
come
cat
back
hair out of
for
it. I want to smoke hair. Fuck that.
Don't worry, Yona. I won't let those things anywhere near you. Sit tight. I'm gonna go see if I can find something to eat. Oh, and Yona.
Don't you touch that book.
Don't touch that book. Not ever. Got it?
Got it.
There we go. Don't want no stale smoke in there. Gross. Alright. Let's fight these guys for as long as we can.
How many of these things
If
are
they hit me once, I like get flung off and
They just
whatever.
keep coming.
Actually, no, I think I beat these 3 and then
I
a
won't
bunch
let
come
you
out of
lay a
nowhere.
finger on
Where
Yona.
are you? There you are. Ah, he got me. Knocked me the opposite way, and somehow I ended up that way. Hell yeah. But in any case, now we can go use this opportunity to go tone her down to 720p and get a little gameplay with that. Now, here we go with 720p. And unfortunately, it doesn't really seem to give us that much more FPS. It seems to be just equal to 900p. We might have gotten an FPS or two, but I think for camera at this point, I'm just going to go with the middle child and go with 900p. But in any case, let's go ahead and go hop ourselves back into the game. And last up here, before we get to camera, let's do a little 720p.
Kill you all.
Alrighty. But see what I mean? It gets a little bit of FPS increase, but I don't really think it's worth it for how bad it makes it look. It's not as noticeable, you know, when you're on
I think so.
the actual Ally screen like it is when you're all blown up like this,
Stop in
but
a second. I promise.
a lot of times when you do 720p, it does not look great. 900p and 1080p definitely are the best looking.
Monsters.
And 900p seems to be the best middle ground. Probably why they added it in the middle.
Don't worry, Yona. I won't let those things anywhere near you. Sit tight. I'm gonna go see if I can find something to eat.
But yeah, that GPU megahertz is low. And that CPU megahertz is high. So I think this is just a really CPU intensive game.
Yeah?
Don't touch that book. Not
Luckily, the laptop and the
Got it.
desktops play it just fine, but I'm a little sad that the handhelds can't handle it perfectly. Seems like the perfect kind of game for handhelds. I mean, they can still handle it, don't get me wrong. I was just saying handle it with a 60 FPS. But seems you could do a 40 or a 30 FPS limit on this or the Steam Deck and be fine. Whichever you prefer. If I can't have 60, I'd prefer 40, you know? That's just me, though.
Just keep
If I
coming.
absolutely have to, I'll go down to 30, but I don't really like when things drop too much under 30.
Lay a finger
That
on
starts
Yona.
looking pretty trashy, especially on PC. I mean, consoles do it too, like the Switch does it constantly, so anybody who's used to a Switch would probably be absolutely fine with those kind of frame rates. But they probably would not be fine with the battery life on these things, because even though the Nintendo Switch is weak as hell, that plays into its good battery life. I think that OLED one can get like 5 or 6 hours even in AAA titles, so versus my old OG Switch, who can only do about as good as the original Steam Deck, like 2 hours, maybe. Alright, let's get some camera core gameplay now. So I decided to go with 900p because 1080p was just a little too slow. We're only getting like 30s, high 30s to mid 40s. Here we're getting, you know, high 40s and sometimes hitting 50 every once in a while, as long as there's not too much action. And then 720p didn't really make a huge difference, so figured screw it. Might as well stick with 900p then. But yeah, seems very, very similar to the Steam Deck performance. I think this game just doesn't perform well on handhelds. We'll have to see if it acts the same on the laptop. And if it does, then we'll know it's just the game being weird. but it didn't have like a bunch of negative reviews, I don't believe. And I feel like if you could only get like 40 to 50 FPS no matter what, there'd be quite a few negative reviews. Just saying. Aha, be executed. Yeah, we do a lot of evading. Well, not really. I should use it more often. Just treat this like a frickin' Souls game and just always dodge. If you can, anyway. Alright, now we got our Dark Lance. Okay. So now we can try to go back in here, and I think, yeah, it's boss time. Oop, I missed him a couple times there. Alright. Now we just gotta finish off his head there. And hell yeah.
Yona, talk to me.
It's okay. I'm fine. What about you?
Well, alright. I think that's plenty of camera recorded gameplay, so why don't we go ahead and wrap this video on up.
Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for NieR Replicant on the Asus Ally, and it didn't really do as good as I was hoping. I mean, it pretty much matched the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck kind of dropped in the same kind of frames. I got about the same FPS no matter what, so. But it did it at 900p versus 720p, so there's that. I tried putting this down to 720p, but it really didn't seem to make much of a difference, other than making it look pretty terrible. So I figured 900p is great. 1080p was like a high 30 to low 40 FPS experience. 900p seemed to be like a mid 40s to like every once in a while 50 FPS experience, and 720p kind of did the same damn thing. So I was like, okay, might as well just stick with the middle one then. But still, more than playable, I would say, for a game like that. If you wanted to, you could just lock it to 30 FPS if you didn't want any frame dips. I never once saw it drop under 30, or 40 for that matter, I don't think, except for when we were at 1080p. You're dropping under 40 no matter what there, so you'd have to lock 1080p to 30 if you wanted no frame drops. But you've got options on this thing, so that's what's nice. But in any case, that's all I got for you guys for this particular video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.